Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So first off, as you read for the title, May is going to be a very heavy month. Alright, so first off, what I want to get into is the numerology part of this video, because it has some numerology aspects, but it also has some astrology aspects. So this is actually the year number 5 for us. And what that means, I'm going to read it to you guys. So according to Creative Neurology by Kristen Delory, you guys can look this up, feel free. It says the year 5 is a journey of freedom, change, adventure, new experience, and learning from mistakes. This year will be quite an experience for you. A new experience. You can stand at the halfway point of an entire 9-year cycle of your life. The first 4 years are behind you. And so personally, this resonates with me because my life path is number 5. And so anybody that knows anything about numerology, they'll be able to tell you that number 5 is directly in the middle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the way the numbers go. So 5 is a life-changing path. They stir things up. They create change. They create energy. They create movement. And that's what this year is all about. So, that's a lot, right? So guys, not only is this the 5th year, but we're also going into the 5th month. May is considered the 5th month of the year. And it's also considered the second house. That's what Taurus represents. And so Taurus is all about grounding. It's all about foundation. It's about financial security. But it has a lot to do with our value system. The value that we have in ourselves, the value that we place on other things, and even the value that we allow people to place on us. So May being the 5th month lets us know that this is the month for us to get things shaking on our stability, for us to make grounding, financial security, stability. That's what May is about. And it's syncing in line with this 5th month, and today being Cinco de Mayo, being the 5th day, this is the day for manifestation. So today, I want you guys to try something. Write down, get a journal, doesn't matter, get a pen. Write down what you want to be, not where you want to be and what are your goals for the next 12 months or whatnot, but write down who you want to be. Ground yourself in the foundation and security of who you want to manifest yourself to be for the next 12 months, because that's the power that you have within you right now, just from today. Okay, so that's a lot. Now that we move from that, I also want to let you guys know that Pluto went into retrograde on April 27th. And so this is big change. So this is where the death, the sex, and the regeneration comes in. You all know we just had that full moon in Scorpio. I did a video on it. If you want to watch it, I'll leave a link in the description box below so you guys can check that out. But that set off a wavelength for Pluto. It was already in retrograde the day before, but the impact of that full moon happening right after sent it off almost magnetic. And so we have to kind of watch out for the next 6 months, because this retrograde, guys, is 6 months long. So you have to kind of watch out for the next 6 months on the changes that will be proceeding in front of us. And these changes could be death, they could be sex, they could be regeneration, but mostly it's structured around what area Pluto is transiting within your house. And so, you know, for people it's first house, some people second house, but there is going to be a significant rewiring within this house, within this structure, whether it's your ego within the sun or your first house or whatever it is. You're going to be restructured and rewiring. And a lot of this may not be forthcoming. It may not be willing. It may not be easy. It may not be ideal, but it is what is required for you to be your best authentic self. So always remember that. Keep that in mind as well, so that the energies don't get too overwhelming. It's meant to be a process of growth. And so really, in reality, we just kind of have to dig really deep within ourselves and make sure that we are grounded within ourselves. And so that's why this exercise with the 555 is so important, because as we go through the next 6 months, we will be challenged. We will be significantly challenged on the way we idealize with something. And so it's important that we are grounded in who we are, because where we're going and where we expect ourselves to be is very important with who we are today. And so just keep that in mind, guys. Pluto is something serious. Pluto is correlated with Scorpio. Scorpio is heavy, heavy energy. Everybody assumes that it's not always the most positive, but in reality, it has a purpose. All the signs have a purpose. It's extremely intuitive, extremely research. They research everything, private detectives, hands down. So use that too, because some of those energies will also be aligned while Pluto is in retrograde. So use that as well. And then it's in the sign of Capricorn. And so really this is more of a structured grounding building. So some of the foundations of, you know, maybe more of the military kind of foundation around your area of your life. And when I mean that, I mean like whether it's your mother or your father, or whether it's your job, or whether it's your spouse, but whatever kind of disciplined, militant behaviors around you, be mindful of these kind of energies and structures coming up as well. With Pluto, Pluto in general, but Pluto in retrograde is definitely a going back over some of the things that we have already experienced or have thought that we have concluded or gotten out of our system. So it wants to make sure about that. Remember, Pluto is thorough, if nothing else. And so Pluto is going to definitely be challenging, but I'm excited for it, because who doesn't want to restructure their self in the most best possible way for them? You know, like I said, it might not be ideal, but I'm sure it would be well worth it. Pluto is all about turning that caterpillar, into that butterfly. And so that's magnificent. So next we have Jupiter, which will be moving into Pisces. And this will be phenomenal as well. This will be moving into Pisces on May 13th. And what this truly means is that this is going to be a heavy expansion. Of course, it means whatever house that Pluto, whatever house Jupiter is transiting within your chart, wherever Pisces is. So if it's touching your sun or your moon or your ninth house or whatever, it will shed different light and different experiences for different energies. But the main general energy is that it's going to be a main enlightenment, a heavy enlightenment on a supernatural level. I'm just going to be real with you all. Pisces is all about the unknown. It's the 12th house. It's all about things that are mystical, all about things that are religious. Not so much as religion, but that is where God is for all of us. Whoever you identify with, God is within yourself. It lives within your 12th house. It shows within your chart. And so with Jupiter transiting Pisces, this 12th house energy, it's going to be massive awakenings. And so that's why I said it's definitely going to be supernatural. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an abundance of wealth. Pisces, Jupiter is the planet of abundance, and Pisces is the sign of giving. 12th house is the sign of the unknown. It has no cap, and so I wouldn't be surprised if there's just an abundance of wealth or giving. There might be sporadic change in people's personalities, where they might be more maybe depressed, kind of, sort of. It depends on what kind of aspects you have, but more so a lot of just nice and bubbly and pleasant and polite. Just, hey, how you doing? Where have you been? That's the kind of energy that Pisces gives. And then with Jupiter being there as well, with the planet of expansion of knowledge, expansion of travel, foreign travel, higher education, religion, all types of religion, in every aspect. This is going to be a trendsetter. I think this will be a new wave for everybody as they turn over. I mean, we've all been kind of going through some things with COVID and some structuralized things with our government within the United States and just other places as well. It's been a challenge all over. I think this particularly will be where people kind of go into factions. I know I kind of said that before, but I think this will be the time where people start waking up and kind of deciding where they want to go, versus where we all have had the decision made for us. And I explained in my introduction video, like, I grew up in church, and so, I didn't really have a choice because my grandma was in it, and I kind of went every week, and that's just how I was for 30 years of my life. And so I was really into it. So that's the aspect that I mean when I say, this is the awakening where people will kind of, decide for themselves, because that's kind of what Jupiter is. It takes all of those religions and pretty much cultivates them into one, not numeric one meaning or anything, but it takes the value system of everything and puts it on a base level. It's broadening it. It expands it. It expands it past any particular individual religion or any individual God. And so that right there is going to be fascinating. I mean, there will be changes within people where they will be just coming out with it. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention as well with Jupiter going into Pisces is that this can also be a time where we kind of have to have some control and some structure. Pisces, like I said, has no limit, and Sagittarius has no limit as well, which is the ruler of Jupiter. Which Jupiter is the ruler of. And so you kind of have to be mindful to keep yourself kind of structured, not so much as focused, because there's going to be a ton of creativity. There's going to be a ton of ideas, but it's just so much as the structure needs to be there, because there's so much versatile and so many good things going on. It's kind of an easy thing. It's like candy in the store. It's like, oh, I want everything. And so just kind of be mindful to call your energy back to yourself, center yourself, and decide exactly what it is that you want to do moving forward, where you want to go and where you want to be. So yeah. The next thing is Mars is already into Cancer. And so this is actually kind of slowing us down a little bit. If you think about Cancer, Cancer is the sign of the moon. It correlates to the 4th house. And so really what this means is that we all kind of want to be homebound and centered bound and comfortable, much like the crab. But Mars is the action sign. It's about fire. It's, Cancer's water, Mars is fire. It's an aggression, it's drive. That's what it is for us in our birth chart, our natal chart. Mars is our sex, our drive, our aggression. So it being in this sort of home, comforting, kind of like slow down, lay back, chill, nurturing kind of vibe is really kind of thrown out of its aspect. Mars in this sign, Cancer, is actually in its fall sign, its detriment or whatnot. And so what this particularly means is it doesn't, or it can't move as fast as it would like to. And so that energy is portrayed heavily on us. And so we may feel like we're stagnant. We may feel like things are not working out the way they should work out at this particular time. And that can be sort of kind of frustrating for us. So just kind of keep that in mind. But it will be centered around home, family. So there will be themes around the home and the family. A lot of you guys might be wanting to see family or be around family, or there may be things going on with the family. But Mars being in this sign is going to be heavily correlated to how we move and how we operate. Not so much how we think or how we feel or how we portray, but it's really how we move. And with our work and prosperity, manifestation, these things can seem slower than what they really are with Mars being in Cancer. So just stay diligent, be mindful of that, stay persistent. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Once you get consistent, then, it will be just second nature. So it won't really matter who sees it or what you do or how much money you make or whatever, because the consistency will be there. So you will fall into this absent-mindedness state, and then eventually that's when magic happens. So yeah, Mars in Cancer is not totally a drag. It can be a really good time for you to connect with your family. Mother's Day is here. So next I wanted to mention for you all is that at the end of the month, after we have all of this magnetic, mind-blowing energy that starts us off in the beginning of May, then we have Mercury that's getting ready to go into retrograde. And that's going to go into retrograde between May 29th and June 22nd. And what this truly means, after everything that we have to experience and all the energies that we have cultivated, we will have time to sit back and to reflect on this. There will be some new experiences that we go through this month that will be wonderful, that will be amazing. Some of them will not be as wonderful or not as amazing, but we will have to reflect on that, and it will be very beneficial for us to just kind of take that into consideration. I guess, how do I really want to say it? With Mercury going into retrograde after all of the impactful energies that we have had, it's just kind of a way for us to reflect so that we can properly align ourselves so that we can move forward. Okay, so anytime Mercury goes into retrograde, truly what that means is that's something that we need to kind of rethink or think about. Many astrologers will tell you many different ways what it means, but psychologically, what it truly means is there's something in this energy line or force field, whether it's in whatever aspect, however it's Gemini or whatever house, that we should be thinking about. And like, usually it's mostly like, no, you overlook this, so go back and think about it. But oftentimes it could just be like, are you sure? Let's make sure. I want you to think about it. I know it sounds very cryptic or whatever, but that's pretty much how Mercury is. And that's how Mercury retrogrades work. They are a rethinking, a rewiring of some sort in the brain of the energies that we have received prior to the Mercury in retrogrades for an evaluation purpose. So I hope that kind of helps you guys. I'm not sure if I kind of explained it right, but leave me a comment below. And if you like, I'll do a full video on Mercury and Mercury in retrograde. So yeah, so that is pretty much the highlight of all of the planets that will be moving through the month of May. And so I just kind of wanted to give you guys that kind of format before I kind of go into like my spiritual message for May. So that's just some particular energies that you can kind of look forward to and watch out for. So overall, for the month of May, I would particularly say that this is a month that we should start making strides for the next step. And I say that because this new moon that we will be having coming up in the sign of Gemini is going to broaden our communications on a whole nother level. It will be in trine to Saturn, that is an Aquarius. And so what this truly means is this is an expansion on a higher level of more professional, more elevated in the particular area or field that you would like to work with, or that you're working in, or that you're venturing towards. Even if you're just studying, those people and those opportunities will be coming towards you all, or be coming towards all of us. And so this is a magical month for us to just sit and actually just live and experience. Everything that you touch this month is gold. Everything that you say and that you do will manifest. It's written regardless, just because of this particular alignment that we're in. And so make the best of it. And I say that because a lot of times we reflect on, what we want or where we want to be. And this is our magnetic law of attraction. But what I have found is that if you change, and I heard this today too as I was really marinated with it, but if you change your vibration and your frequency, then you will change who you are. And so then you will change what you attract. You will change who you will attract. And for me personally, this is the true definition of the law of attraction. And so with that being for this 5 month, with this 5 day in this 5th year, I'm sorry, I'm saying 5. So with that being for this 5th year in this 5th month with this 5th day, that's just manifestation coming to form. And so I hope this all helps you guys. I dropped the Divine Feminine. And really what this is a free guideline. It's a free catalog of pretty much balancing your masculine with your feminine energies within all of you. So whether you're female, whether you're male, this is to help you balance the masculine and feminine energy within inside of you. It's a 4-page catalog and it's free. So I'll leave the link in the description box below if you want to get your copy of that. It does not drop until May 21st. So yeah, I'll sign up for that. You're gonna love it. It has so many details. I've worked so hard on putting this together for you all. I guess the next thing I wanted to let you all know is I'm doing a giveaway, 12thhousemystics.com. You can follow 12thhousemystics.com for all the rules and the description of everything that's going on, but definitely check that out. I want to give back to my community and just kind of do my part, and so I want to do, this will be my first giveaway anyway, so I'm super excited. But yeah, I want to do a Mother's Day giveaway, and so yeah, please definitely check that out. I will put my tag down below for that one, or I'll like leave it somewhere in there. And then I think that's pretty much it for you all. I wish you guys nothing but blessings, peace, and prosperity. I want to remind you guys to make the most of this month, okay? And every month after it. But I want to let you guys know that if you didn't know, this was the start. This is like the emerald. It's the trigger, okay? So get ready. Strap on whatever you got. Seatbelt, boots, whatever it is. This is sure to be a ride. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Please like this, subscribe, and share if this message resonates with you all. See you then.